threshold of culture is the ability to symbolize behavior. Then what is behavior? It is the way in which one acts or conducts oneself. The psychology dictionary definition is an act, activity, or process which can be observed and measured. Often, these actions and activities, including the process, are initiated in response to stimuli which are either internal or external. The way a human being behaves in his personal and professional lives is heavily affected by the cultural values, beliefs, and the philosophies he is grown with. As each culture is unique in terms of belief, values, practices, and philosophies, individuals tend to behave differently depending on the scenario as well. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel, like, share, and leave your opinion in comment section. In this video, we are going to look at the President Tinubu and his culture minister, Mrs. Hannatu Musawa. There is no doubt the president, members of national assemblies, the executive council of the president, and the majority of Nigerians must have been aware of the viral video that went through the Twitter, whereby the Nigerian Minister of Arts, Culture, and the Creative Economy was said to be displaying cultural attitude and her behaviors in the public without minding her position as Minister of Culture. She was videoed dancing and smoking her pipes, of which that surprised the entire nation and the international community. This viral video became embarrassment to the authority and the youth who look forward to see her as a model. Nigeria is a country of about 250 to 300 million people of different ethnic nationalities, backgrounds, with over 250 ethnic groupings, different cultures, and religious beliefs. Amongst its population, both youth and the children constitute about 60 to 70% of the population, of which she has a great influence on a large number of youth within the context of the culture display and the learning. Nigeria, as a claimed democratic society, produces politicians of different characteristics and cognitive behaviors. One would wonder if the youth and the children observe the minister in this very mood, what will be the future of that child or that youth? They will emulate her because she has enormous influence on the youth as Minister of Arts, Culture, and the Creative Economy. It is true that generally the cultural life in Nigeria is to some extent marked by tradition and the traditional forms of cultural events like festivals, exhibitions, performing, playing music, and dancing in the open. That is the culture of Nigeria, but the dancing must be decent. It is on this note that Nigerian government provided a general direction of cultural policy. The development of Nigerian culture has been supported by both the civilian and the military government and the Nigerian constitution. This is all a recognition of the culture of the land, and this made it possible for the Nigerian government to interact with international cultural cooperation, and the coordinating agency of this cooperation is the Federal Department of Culture. This is carried out based on signed agreements, either bilateral or multilateral. Regional African cooperation is mostly based on the common developmental experience and some similar characteristics of African cultures. The aim is emancipation of African cultures. The Black African arts and the civilization established mutual links and exchange. This is where now the dancing of the minister and her smoking attitude and pattern has much to be desired, because it is not only limited to Nigerian culture exposition, but also to international and the regional community. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share our videos. It is acceptable that a way human being behaves in his person and professional life is heavily affected by the cultural values, beliefs, and philosophies he is grown with. This is respected when it is on individual basis. If the minister had done so without being under the appointment of federal government of Nigeria to represent the country, there is no doubt anyone would have noticed her. He could have done it the way others are doing it, the way she has been doing it, or dancing and smoking before her appointment. But the game changes the moment she becomes a public figure. She is now the Black African arts and the civilization model, and then needs to be cautioned. Pan-African festivals offer an occasion for all presentations of arts and crafts, and the Nigerian government has hosted such manifestation before in 1977, named Festac 1977 under the regime of General Olusegun Obasanjo as Nigerian military head of state. It is true, the Festac, which means Second Festival of Black Arts and Culture, was displayed, and it is a festival of arts, music, dance, literature, culture, and all other related forms of culture. And many people danced, but the dance were decent and not like that of Minister of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy of President Tinubu, Mrs. Hanatu Musawa. It is on this recognition of the culture and the arts of the Nigerian society that the federal government in June 1999 created the Federal Minister of Culture and Tourism. By mid-2006, the ministry was renamed Federal Ministry of Tourism, Culture and National Orientation, with the mandate to promote the nation's rich cultural heritage through identification and development. The question is, does her dance and smoking represent the identification and the development of Nigerian culture? Or was she displaying her attitude, personal life, and behavior? Probably the minister was responding to stimuli from the height of what she was smoking, which may be her personal behavior and also her personal way of life, the philosophy she was growing with. Well, the department needed to be managed by someone with decent character and attitude, not political praise singers whose public character may be questionable and aberration to the Nigerian public. The viral video whereby the minister displayed her real social lifestyle was not only a taboo to the nation, international community, but also to the Nigerian youth. That reminds us of the last presidential primaries election of the APC in 2022, during which there was a money bag display. Then there was a viral video as well showing some group of people coming from Abuja with money bags, and the song sung by one of the recipients of the bags from the current president, Tinubu, which means the culture of Nigerian democratic process is therefore linked with indecent culture being perpetrated into Nigerian politics and the society, making it known that Nigerian politics is not without money bags. These are being taught to the youth as well, that democracy in Nigeria is not a decent system, but a system that you have to do only when you have money and be able to dispatch it to various individuals who will either appoint you, support you, or vote for you. This is the new Nigerian democratic culture which is being implemented and being dispersed. Perhaps in the next 30-40 years, it may be a culture that has been integrated into the democratic process of Nigeria. The aim of this very program is to ensure that it is not wise and decent for Nigerian politicians to appoint people who will be embarrassment to the nation and at international level portray Nigeria as a bad country, bad culture, and indecent political leaders. With this, we come to the end of this program. Please ask you to subscribe to this channel, like our video, share them to your loved ones, and also share your opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye.